Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Little Dixie, starring Frank Grillo. And I think that's a drag queen. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget Kindle Unlimited is free. So the Cartel is doing bad cartel things, and Frank Grillo, I think he may be a law enforcement agent of some kind. And they raid cartels, and Frank is warning them, watch out, these guys are really bad. And then somehow the cartel goes after his kid or a friend of his kids or something. This is the guy. They call him like the ghost or something, and he's just utterly ruthless. It's a film by John Swab, by the way. It looks pretty intense. So he kidnaps a kid. I think he kills the drag queen. Here, I don't know. He's killing somebody. That's a low budget way of doing it, right? Yeah, you don't have to actually show him shooting anybody. He just has to pretend to shoot into the floor. Guns, drugs, cops. Here he is questioning a dude. I don't know. He may be related to him. Maybe it's his dad. He's pushing him around. I don't know. Here I think he's killing the drag queen in front of the girl. I don't know. So he's a hard drinking dude, and he's going to get revenge. Going to get revenge on the cartel. I assume it takes place down south, which is why it's called Little Dixie. Written and directed by John Swab. So doing the heavy lifting there. Frank Grillo is the main star. Eric Dane, Bo Knapp, and Annabeth Gish, Peter Green. Oh, that was Peter Green. That's Zed. Zed is dead, baby. Zed is dead. That's 2 movies Zed was in. He's basically playing another scumbag, it looks like. Thomas Dekker, Mercedes Mason, and Maurice Comte, I think. All right, sure. Produced by Jeremy M. Rosen and John Swab. So John Swab's got 3 credits in this. Doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Casting by Jeremy Rosen. Okay, so Jeremy Rosen, who's also the music supervisor. Wow. These guys, so this is a low budget deal, but they're splitting up the chores pretty good. Those are working producers. When they're in other credits like that, they're working their A's off. February 3rd, also in select theaters, rated R for adult situations. Yeah, so I could totally see this being a February movie. It's a bit grim. It's not really wintry, but you release it in February, hope it's a slow month and everybody picks up on it. I think this is not going to be in a lot of theaters, though, when they say on digital and on demand and only in select theaters. Yeah, that means probably very few theaters. Probably LA, New York, maybe a couple other major cities. But a movie like this, Screenwriters, probably gets distribution outside the United States because it's a crime thing. It's kind of actiony. Got some. Well, you got the drag queen. I'm not sure how that flies in other countries. But the action part of it certainly would. The crime element's fairly universal. They may not get the nuances of the local cops or whatever, but probably sell this to TV stations around Europe and the stands or whatever. So first act, I think Grillo is working with the cops or is a cop, and so they're trying to get the cartel, and I think he's undercover and then betrays them, and then they arrest a bunch of people, and the cartel's mad, and Grillo's trying to warn them, and they kind of don't heed the warning. So then they send in this guy, this creepy bald guy, to do some real damage and kidnap. I'm going to assume it's Grillo's daughter, but it might be the daughter of his buddy, but I think it's Grillo's. And then he's, once she's kidnapped, pushes him over the edge, he goes off the grid. He buys some stolen guns, start drinking, and he's like, I'm going after these guys. And there's like one shot of him walking up to some dudes and just like taking them out, like right. I forget where it is, but here he walks up to these dudes, just kills them. But the interesting way this whole thing ends is it ends with a shot of somebody. I'm not sure if that's Grillo or not. I don't think it is. Yeah, I think it might be. It could be the killer. It could be Grillo in a t-shirt. There's Zed on the left there. Some nice shots. And so somebody gets chopped up at the end. I'm trying to find a good shot of Grillo. Can never find it. Yeah, it's not bad. So third act, the second act, he's going on his revenge tour, killing guys. Third act, does he get his revenge and does he get away? Does he save the girl? Does he not? It's a low budget affair. It's a crime drama. So it kind of can go either way. It could end very dark. It's coming out in February. Probably doesn't end with the kid being killed, I would imagine. That's pretty dark. Once you go there, it's like, oof-ah, who the heck wants to see that? I suspect he saves her, but at a terrible cost, maybe. Something like that. Or it could be the kind of thing where he saves her, but dies, and even the bald guy gets away, and he continues his murderous rampage in the cartel, and you're just never going to stop the cartel thing. That could be an interesting ending. Most likely it ends with, he gets into a big fight at the end, just goes nuts, starts killing guys left and right, kills his way into where the bald guy is, and then saves the girl, and, in the end, he's going to jail, but he saved her, he doesn't care. Well, he probably cares, but Little Dixie, I assume it takes place in the South. It doesn't really come off as a Southern thing. Not seeing the Southern tropes I'd be used to seeing. I'm not hearing guys with Southern accents. So I'm not sure why they call it Little Dixie. But, yeah, it doesn't look like a bad little movie. Not bad at all. I mean, and look, Grillo's been in the mix for a while. He's kind of like perfect for this. He's got enough of a name. He brings a little name recognition, a little box office to a low budget, what I assume is a low budget affair like this. So people will probably at least check it out. I would check it out. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. It looks good. It looks well executed. Probably be up my alley because I like a lot of crime stuff. I would be very disappointed if it ended like very grim, but I like to see relatively happy endings, even in a crime movie. But it might be a good movie for Grillo in that he could be very gritty and grizzled. It can give him a little street cred for other roles, and who knows? Maybe it's. It looks cool. Looks like they're doing the right things in a crime drama. The music's fine, and the his opponent seems very sinister. So that, I think, says a lot for it. That I feel like, yeah, that cartel guy's kind of scary looking. So sometimes they're just generic looking guys, and then you're just like, yeah, it's another cartel thing. Now that guy he's got a good design to him. He's bald. He's got the glasses on. You never see his eyes. He's got tattoos. That he looks, and like that actor, let him grow his hair out, put on a suit, you'd probably never recognize him, right? That's what I mean when changing your look. Now, Grillo has his own look, more leading man type look, so you want to have hair and, you want to be able to see his face, and he looks like a relatively handsome dude, but not too handsome in a role like this. But guy on the right is more actory, he's more handsome, but like he's perfect for, like, I assume he's like a police captain or special agent or something above him. He's the guy who doesn't listen to Grillo. He's not going to be in a lot of scenes. Yeah, this could be good. Little Dixie. Coming out on February 3rd. I'm going to check it out. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. I've got Hollywoke Hot Take and a News Blast. Going to upload them now. And we'll see you